evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Armoury. Welcome to my preview lounge. And I always like to invite an opposition fan. And tonight we have James, who is a Man City fan, who I've been loving on TikTok for quite a while now. How are you, James?
Thank you for having me. Yes, I'm good after today's result, but yeah, happy at the moment.
Yeah, happy at the moment. Now, obviously, it's a slightly big game on Wednesday. How are you feeling about it? Are you feeling slightly nervous or are you feeling confident at the moment?
Do you know what? I am slightly nervous. I think it's going to be such a big game. Like, your record at the Emirates is very good. Also, I couldn't help but noticing in the intro, the party goal. That's my footage.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's my footage. I was like, what? I thought I recognised that. But yeah, obviously, so I've been a part.
This is the man that creates the video. So Tony, you might need to have a word with James.
No, but I've obviously been a part of the Emirates. I went to the Arsenal-Liverpool game and I went to the Arsenal-Tottenham game. And I said to my mate, you are guys in the title race if you win both of those games. So it is going to be a really difficult place for us to go, like any team really this season.
Yeah, but because obviously we do the Armoury preview tomorrow. And I always do some slideshows. I'm quite a nerd when it comes to slideshows. And the first slide I always get prepared is the last 10 home fixtures of Arsenal versus Man City. And it wasn't very nice for me to type it up, to be fair. This is the previous 10. Now, I think we've literally got one win out of 10. It's painful to read, I have to be honest. I thought we might have had a few more wins against you, but we haven't. We've got 3 draws, and the rest are just defeats. Obviously, we have been pretty good at home this season. Brentford, yeah, there's a little bit of a blip. But you're so because I always look at the previous results and think, okay, it does matter. No matter how our form is this season, it does matter for previous seasons. Do you still think that City are still going to have a bit of a problem against us on Wednesday?
Definitely. Like, I know our recent record against Arsenal is outstanding. I think the last time that you guys beat us was in the FA Cup semi-final, both of them. So in terms of the league, we have a good record. I do think that will play a part, but I do think recent form will play the part. Like, look at us in the second half today. We weren't great, but in that first half, I thought we were fantastic. So it's 50-50 on that one. Like, yes, our record is great, but I'm concerned about you guys. You're doing so well. If you get that first goal, even though you did on New Year's Day last time, I think you just got this season, you got that belief of, right, we can get another one, and then we have the ability to defend. Unlike recent Arsenal teams, this team can defend well.
Yeah. Tony's just asking, hope you don't mind. Sorry.
No, it's all good. It is all good. It's a great goal. I've seen it everywhere, so don't worry about it.
Before I go into the questions, obviously this is off topic for you, so this is about please PMGL, can we please have our 2 points back that you stole from us yesterday? Obviously nothing to do with you. Just thought I'd put it up there. It is what it is. Unfortunately, it might help us. It might go the other way for us later in the season. Who knows? It's one of those, isn't it? When something goes against you. Yeah. Right. One more comment. Tony's just doing that. Okay, so here we go with the questions for you. Once I can find them, I'll put them somewhere and I can't find them. There we go. Right. How are you feeling about Manchester City's season so far?
50-50. Like,
really?
Yeah. Like, we may be second, but you look at last season and 2 seasons prior, we literally didn't lose a game from January to May. And that was Liverpool pushing us as well. I always say to my dad, we go together every game at home. If we score an early goal like we do today, we'll win the game. Like, no matter who it's against, we will win the game. We've done it against Real Madrid. We've done it numerous times against Arsenal. We've done it numerous times against Chelsea, United, whatever. But we just can't find that early goal. And when we don't find that early goal, especially at the Etihad, it takes us ages to break teams down. And this year, without Ruben Dias, we do look vulnerable in that back four. Obviously, now Cancelo's gone. I think a massive, massive loss was Zinchenko for us. Absolutely huge. And I keep saying this, our arrogance is not seeing Arsenal as a title rival and selling Zinchenko to you has really come back to bite us in the backside. It's great to see him doing so well and loving life. He's such a good player, and I was really gutted to lose him. We've not really had a left back. Well, since Gal Clichy, really. Like, that's how long it's been. Converted Zinchenko, converted Cancelo, a right-footed player to the left-hand side. So it's a bit mixed. We've been getting good results, like the 6-3 battering of United, but then we lose at Old Trafford. We've lost at Tottenham, like we always do. We haven't beaten any of the big six away, other than Chelsea this season, but everyone seems to be beating Chelsea. They're not that good. So that's my issue. I think we've been okay, not on our usual standards this season.
Yeah. What I do other than the Armoury, I do a lot of watch-alongs on Full-Time Sports Network, which is where I'm from. And I have to be honest, I watched a lot of City games because obviously they're mainly on TV, and I've been so bored this season watching them. I know that I remember that you beat Chelsea 4-0 a couple of weeks ago, and I was the most bored. I just find watching City, and it's no horrible dig at you. I just find them very tedious. It seems to go on a roundabout. It doesn't seem to. There doesn't seem to be any spark with you anymore.
Especially this season. Like, look at Grealish. Like, we used to have even Sterling, Sane mainly had just that explosive ability to be able to just power past a player with his just pure pace. Yeah. You look at Grealish. Grealish gets onto the ball, like against Matty Cash today. He seems so happy to turn around and just play it back to Ake or play it into Rodri. There's never any desire to just take on a man. Same with Mahrez. Like, Mahrez does it a lot more than Grealish, though. But we're just missing something, and I can't put on what it is, and it's annoying me.
To be honest, I'm glad you said it, because I felt bad saying it, because obviously City won 4-0 at a game, and I felt bad for saying I was bored.
Yeah.
Because they just don't. So today I wasn't going to do the City game, so I chose Rangers versus Partick Thistle. But that was a brilliant game. Do you remember the situation with Bielsa where he told his players to give the goal?
Oh yeah, against Aston Villa.
That happened today.
Oh,
same situation. Yeah, fantastic. But can you see it on the news? You can't see it anyway. But honestly, it happened today, and it was fantastic from the manager, because he told his players just to give the ball away.
Sportsmanship,
and to be fair, McGregor did try and fight it a little bit. I did find it quite funny. But your comments about Zinchenko does lead me into the next question.
Yeah.
Do you feel selling Sterling, Zinchenko, Jesus, and letting go of I can't never say his name,
Fernandinho?
Yeah, thank you. Before the season was an error in judgment?
I think it was arrogance. Arrogance from City to not see Arsenal as a title threat. I think they might have seen him as a top 4 threat. Yeah. I think we didn't look at the situation the way that we should have looked at it. Selling Sterling to Chelsea, obviously, not an issue. Like I said, Chelsea have sucked this season, and Sterling doesn't even get on the pitch. So they seem to be playing João Felix and Mudryk. So I wasn't Sterling's ever biggest fan. I think he was always in the right place at the right time, and his attacking positioning was one of the best. But it was all in De Bruyne's crosses. They were that good that somebody was going to tap it in, as long as you were there to score them. But selling Zinchenko, literally, there is not a player in the camps, either our camps, that will fight for the shirt as much as Zinchenko does. Like, you just see him, like that goal against Man United. Yes, he played a part in it. He was straight over to the corner of the North Bank, going like ripping the Arsenal badge. He did that for us. He changed the game against Aston Villa when he came on. He got obviously the assist for the Rodri goal, and his just team mentality is exceptional. Obviously, Jesus is a big loss, but at least we've replaced him with Haaland and Alvarez, so that's not a bigger loss as Zinchenko was for me.
Yeah, that's very true. Funny enough, I haven't got a question about the robot, because that's literally what I call him. Haaland is just a robot. There's literally no questions about him, because you're not going to say, oh, what a bad signing he is. So what are Man City's strengths that could hurt Arsenal on Wednesday night for you personally, James?
Haaland, De Bruyne.
Yeah.
I think if we have Ruben Dias, then it'll be a different game. He came off at half-time today. We instantly conceded. We looked vulnerable in that back four without Ruben Dias. It is so good to have him back. It is unbelievable. I think Kyle Walker versus Martinelli is a very key battle. Martinelli with lots of confidence right now. Walker with coming back from fitness. But I also think Ake versus Saka will be a good battle as well. I believe we'll play Ake. We won't play a back three like we did today. And we'll play... And he shut him out in the City game. In the FA Cup, and obviously scored the goal in a man of the match display. But obviously, I really rate Bukayo Saka. I think he'd do great. I hate to say it, I think he'd do great with a City jersey on, but I don't see him leaving anytime soon. So I think that'll be a really good battle. Our fullbacks against your wingers, and then obviously Haaland against Saliba and Gabriel.
Yeah, actually, I've noticed a lot of City fans today on the wonderful world of Twitter going mental about the back three. Have you really got a big problem about having your back three?
I don't have a problem with it personally, but I have the problem with City selling left backs and not replacing them. It does my head. It really gets to me. We sold Cancelo, not replaced it. What if Ake gets injured? We've literally got to play young lad Sergio Gomez, who was recommended to us by Vinny Company. That's the only reason why we signed him.
Yeah. That's
my issue. I don't see the back three as an issue. I think the back three would be good against Arsenal, but because you play 4-3-3 or 4-2-1-3, it's not really the game. Like Villa were geared up for them to defend, and they had to come out of that shell because we got that early goal, which is why I was saying before why the early goal is so important for us, because we have teams to rather attack us rather than sit back like the Tottenhams. We struggle against that. We struggle against 11 men behind the ball, Kulusevski, Son, to run down the wings, cross it into Kane. So, but Arsenal don't play like that. That's why it's going to be such a good game. It's going to be toe-to-toe.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Definitely to watch. What are Manchester City's weaknesses that Arsenal could exploit?
Saka against Ake. As good as Ake is, Bukayo Saka is brilliant. And on his day, he will get round Ake. He will get chances. And potentially in the midfield, if Partey plays, he is a very, very influential player for Arsenal. And he could outpower our midfield, potentially. Our midfield's not been as good as it used to be. That was where we'd always win games in midfield. And I think this is the season where Arsenal have that chance to be able to keep up with us in midfield and keep the game going.
Yeah. There was obviously talk that Haaland might be injured. Is there any news for you personally?
No, he's not going to be injured. I think him and Ruben Dias just came off to protect them. We were 3-0 up at half-time at home against Aston Villa. Yes, we lost the second half, which is really annoying. Classic Pep coming into his interview to say we played better in the second half rather than the first. So I was the only person on the planet that thinks that, but that's our Pep for you. So I think we were just protecting both of them.
Fair enough. Yeah. So what we're going to do now, before I've got two more questions, but I'll bring them out after the competition. We're going to go into some comments because comments are building up. I do apologize. I always miss out. Let's go back to Luke. I don't think we're playing well enough to win, to be honest. That's my feeling as well, Luke. We've had 2 bad games in a row now. We need to come out fighting against City. Judge Dread the Law. My biased feelings aside, City will be a massive test for us. A win or a lose against them Wednesday could define the season. We must be focused, driven, and ready for this match, or City will dominate. That is very true. Big up to Gomza. He is our review man. Hope you're doing well, mate. Good evening. Big up to King. Hope you're doing well. Company also recommend we sign Lokonga. Don't trust his opinion.
That's the best one so far.
Yeah. Big up to Luke. KDB definitely the danger man for City. Martinelli needs to step up, or Trossard will give eyeing the starters spot, though I like him as an impact off the bench player. Yeah, what have you thought of the Trossard signing for Arsenal, actually?
I think he's excellent. I think he's a really good player, and obviously got that goal against Brentford. It's a competition now with Martinelli, but that might push him on to strive for even better levels than he is doing. So I think it's going to be a great battle at that left wing position for you guys. I think 2 really strong options.
Yes, I love Trossard. I wanted him when he was at Genk, though, to be fair. I would have signed him years ago. City defensive structure has not been great this season, and that's because of the midfield and got rid of Cancelo, Zinchenko and Walker aging. What do you think of that comment from King?
I do agree that we should have replaced Cancelo and Zinchenko. I've been telling everybody that is the case. Walker, he's aging, but he's still the only fullback in the world to ever keep up with Kylian Mbappe. So I'll leave that one with you guys.
Right. I did talk to James about the challenge just before we went on air. So I will just bring up the video and get ready. Okay, so the other rules, other than the 5 from your own side and 6 from the Arsenal, is you also go with the home team's formation. So we've got our formation up here. So James, I would like your first City player first.
First
Oh, by the way, they can be injured as well, so it doesn't matter if they're injured.
Are we going in order from goalkeeper up, or are we just putting City players in?
You can just put 5 City players in, and then we'll put the Arsenal players around it.
Okay. Obviously, central midfield. Like I say in every single TikTok, it's got to be my ginger brother, KDB.
We are just very, very well related to him, aren't we, mate? That's what it is.
Exactly. Obviously, the man you call the robot, who I call the Norwegian Viking, needs to be in there.
Okay. We'll put him as a goalkeeper, yeah?
Probably score goals.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Right, your third player?
Thing is, I want Partey in there, but I don't know whether to play him as central midfielder and then play Rodri at CDM. I think they both got to be in there for me. We will go Ruben Dias at one of the centre halves for me, because I think he's a really, really important player for us.
There we go, Ruben Dias. Your fourth player?
We will take Rodri at CDM. I'm going to play Partey at centre mid. I think that's how I'm going to do it.
All right. And your fifth and final City player?
Ooh, I'm just trying to think of these Arsenal boys that are getting in, and I think I'm going to go with right back, and I'll go Kyle Walker, please.
All right, mate. There we go. Right. So goalkeeper for the Arsenal, I'm going to guess.
Ramsdale.
Yeah. If anyone went with Turner, I'd be quite shocked, to be fair. Not that Zach Turner's a bad goalkeeper, but obviously Rambo is our number one. Centre back, which one are you going for?
I'm going to go with Saliba. I've been really, really impressed with him this season, and I think he's going to push the France squad. I think he should.
Yeah, who's just announced their retirement? Is it Varane?
Varane.
Yeah. So that's an opening for him there. Left back, I'm going to guess Zinchenko.
Yeah. Please, can we have him back?
No.
I thought you'd say that.
Hang on. Actually, swap Haaland for Zinchenko and I'll make a deal.
You know what? You can keep him.
So you want Thomas Partey in midfield, yeah?
Yeah, I do want Partey.
All right. So right winger, I'm going to guess Saka.
Yeah.
You said earlier. Yeah. Your left winger.
I'm going to take Martinelli, but I do love Trossard. Give him a couple more months, and we'll put Trossard in there. But that's my team.
I will save this, so this will be James. Download that for tomorrow because I'll put it in and we'll discuss it in the preview tomorrow because the Arsenal guys do this exactly the same thing. Right, so we've got Rambo in goal, Walker, Saliba, Diaz, Zinchenko, Rodri, Partey, De Bruyne, Saka, Martinelli, Haaland. Yeah, that team is winning the league. Simple as
Absolutely.
That. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah,
there's
no doubt about that.
Yeah, there is zero doubt about that at all. Right, let's just take that off the screen. Let's go in quickly to some comments before I go into the final couple of questions. Arsenal have played well against all the big teams this season. I do think both teams will be up for it. Well, certainly I hope Arsenal are. It will be a good game. I think playing at home will be an advantage we need. Yeah, I think we might need to Emerson. Oh, wait, I think he might be on about Edison. Yeah, goalkeeper.
Not for me.
No, you're not. I haven't been that impressed with him this season. Have you?
I've not been impressed with him ever. I think.
Oh, really?
Great. Yeah, I think he's great with his feet. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But look at the Ollie Watkins goal today. Like shot stopping. Nah. He's got the worst save to shots ratio in the Premier League.
Really?
Yeah. It's less than half. It's about 47%. So that means half of the shots that are going in. So,
oops.
Not for me.
What would you do at the end of the season? Would you want to look elsewhere for someone else?
No, because he plays the way that we play. We don't really concede a lot of shots anyway. So, yeah, he saved half, lets the other half in, but 9 times out of 10 we can outscore oppositions. So, no, I'd look in other areas. I think Grealish needs replacing. I think Aston Villa should be jumping for joy for that 100 million. I think we need a right winger as well. As much as I love Mahrez, I think we just need a squad overhaul, like we did in 2018, where Pep bought 6 players and sold 10. I think that's what we need this summer.
Yeah, King has taken part in the competition. So he's gone for Edison, Cine, Gabriel, Saliba, Walker, Odegaard, Rodri, KDB, Martinelli, Haaland, Saka. I love you, King, and we're friends off chat as well. But I'm going to have to give that to James. I think James has chosen the better squad personally. And Silver One, Tony has asked you a question before I answer my ask.
Yeah.
Last two questions. He'd like your thoughts on Martin Odegaard this season.
Exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. But the only reason why I didn't get into my 11 was because I think Partey is more... If you lose Odegaard, that's bad. If you lose Partey, that's worse. He is more of a player to Arsenal than Odegaard is. Don't get me wrong, Odegaard's brilliant. I've been so impressed with him this season. Fully deserves his Premier League Player of the Month. He's been great. I love he's acting like a David Silva. I love that little left foot one that he's got. Like that ball where he slipped Saka in against Brentford, but in between the fullback and the centre back, Saka pulled it across. There at a tap-in. That gave me City 2014 vibes, watching David Silva to Jesus Navas across to somebody. So yeah, I think he's a top player. I just put Partey in over him though.
Fair enough. Everyone's got different opinions on Martin Odegaard. Right. I'm going to put you on the spot. Everyone tries to ask me, and I said everybody, I won't say anything till March. But I'm going to ask you, who do you think will win the Premier League?
One of us two.
One of us two. Okay. I'm going to put this as a part 2 question. Do you think Man United have got 0 chance?
Yeah.
Really? What's the reason?
Because they'll get past Barcelona, and they'll play Thursday night football, and that squad can't keep up with it. And that should also be a concern for you guys as well.
Yeah, it is a concern for
Thursday, Sunday. It is going to catch up. And with the squad depth of both of you guys, you are going to struggle. But I do think Arsenal had the ability to keep up with it a bit more than Man United do. If Rashford gets injured, their season's finished.
Yeah.
Their season's finished. Like, if Martinelli gets injured, you've got Trossard. The only issue that I think if you guys got, if Saka got injured, or Partey. So, but I think you'll keep up with it more than they will. Do you think you can run in Europe, being honest? Or would you sack it off for the Prem?
Oh, no. I'm one of these that wants every single cup.
Yeah.
I've been I'm a 1980s child, so any trophy I'm appreciative of. You know, I'll go for everything. I love the FA Cup the most. That's my favourite cup. Yeah, but it's just I just love it. It's just the FA Cup just says everything about football in this country for me. Gives every team a chance. Every team, little teams. It's just a beautiful cup. But anyway, regarding Europa, I still want us to go for it. But I do get what you're saying. Like, if we just focus on the Premier League, we might stand a better chance. But to be honest, this is football.
Yeah,
they paid so much money; they should be able to play Thursday, Sunday. For me, that's just
no. I do agree. We look at Man United, and the minute the whole world started calling them title challengers, they drew to Crystal Palace. They lost to you. That's a bad week. That's 1 point out of 6, and instantly. Today was the first time that they've overtaken us when they had the opportunity to. They could have done it on Wednesday if they would have beat Leeds. They didn't. Today they did. We were playing half an hour later, and we destroyed Villa. So we're back in front of them. So I just don't see them keeping up. An injury to Rashford and they're over.
Yeah, it's so because Rashford's been phenomenal lately. Absolutely phenomenal.
And unbelievable, isn't
he? Yeah. Right. Final question before we wrap it up. Your score prediction, please. I do write them all down, you see. I get everyone to get a score prediction.
I really hate doing score predictions. It is my I don't do it for City. I do it for everybody else, but not City. So whenever I say they do something, they either go and do it or do completely the opposite. There's never an in-between.
That's me all the time.
The only other podcast I went on was when we played Liverpool at Anfield this season. And they were every single one of the Liverpool fans said City were going to win. I said draw, we got beat. It's just so typical. It'd be a great game. I literally can't call who's going to win. I think whoever scores that first goal will win. And whoever wins this game will probably go on to win the league. That's what I think. I think if Arsenal win, they'll win the league. And I think if City win, we'll go on and win the league because We go top if we win this game. So it's really going to be who scores that first goal for me. I think if we get it, I think we'll win. And I think if you get it, you'll win. So it's just going to be a great game. I can't give a score prediction again because it's such a title deciding game if one team wins that I can't risk it. I'm sorry to let down.
No, I've literally put that all down, so then I can explain it tomorrow because I will obviously talk about
it's golden goal. Whoever scores first wins.
No. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't know whether or not to say. I don't know whether or not to say mine now or tomorrow when I get roasted for saying mine. But I honestly do think we're going to get tanked on Wednesday. I think we're going to lose 3-0.
Oof! No, it's not going to be 3-0. Come on.
Do you know what? I don't know if you've seen on Twitter. There's some guy that has predicted the Everton game, Brentford game correctly, and
what
he
did
also
say
went
for this one?
3-0 to City.
I don't know. If we do, I'd be gassed.
Really? I know. Well, I know you would
out
be,
of the away end if we win that. So if we win 3-0, you'll see me just the ginger-haired lad in the away end still going for it. So
yeah,
I'll take 3-0.
Let's quickly go into some comments before we go. That's going to crack me up. It's only because we've got some Armoury people that actually go to the actual games as well. So it'd be quite funny if you actually bump into some of them as well. Don't think United has. I don't think United has a big enough squad. Yeah, exactly what James said. King's going for a 2-1 to the Arsenal. He's being confident. I'm just, to be honest, the Everton game kind of wound me up, and I was expecting a performance yesterday at Brentford, and we didn't do it. We could have been 2-0 down the first half, so I'm just not.
I know the goal was offside, but I did say you were quite lucky to get a draw. They did have the chances.
Yeah,
with Tony hitting the bar, with the literally, I can't believe Mbemba didn't put the ball in the net from that cross. Literally, Tony was brilliant. Like, had that chance in the second half that narrowly missed. But I do think the goal was offside. But
it was, yeah. It's one of those. It happens to all of our clubs.
Yeah,
I know that the PMGL have come out and Howard Wedd's had a chat with Brighton and Arsenal about the situations that it was man-made, human errors this weekend.
There seems to be a lot of those. Like, I'm kind of turning against VAR because if they're still getting it wrong, then what much hope do we have? So
my theory will always be it's the same people that are on the pitch that are behind the blimmin' screen. That is the problem.
9 times out of 10, the referees get the right decision anyway. Like, how the hell did that Souček one not be given? I just can't understand like what's going on with it.
I tell you what, if anyone's listening, and James, you do the same, go and watch some highlights of the Rangers Partick Thistle game today. There was 2 VAR decisions today. One was a penalty. Well, one was given as a penalty, but the foul was clearly outside the penalty box. One was given as a handball, but there's literally nothing he could have done to move his hand out the way. Like, he was up, he was jumping up, so his arms were out balancing. Ball hit his arm. They gave it as handball, but there's nothing he can physically do with that arm. And he didn't stop a goal. It just literally the ball hit his arm, and it was given. The ref even looked at the screen and decided, yeah, that's handball. Even the commentator was going, what are you guys doing? So VAR it's being operated by the plonkers that are making the bad decisions on the pitch in the first place.
I'm just losing interest with the VAR, to be honest. I thought it was good when it first came in, but not now.
If it was someone that was independent, I'd probably prefer it, but it's the same plonkers that make the decisions on the pitch. It is. That's the problem. It is. And they're all buddies, and they shouldn't be buddies. They should have zero friendship, as far as I'm concerned. Tony's having a go at me here because obviously went 3. I have to be honest, Tony, you know me. We can't tank the Europa as well. We have to win a trophy, and that's more winnable than the league. Yeah. City, in my opinion, will go top and win Premier League. I think our title challenge is already starting to unravel.
That's a really negative comment, that. I think you should have a little bit more optimism because, like, a lot of people counted Arsenal out for the top 4, and to be sitting at the top of the league, I think you guys should be proud of yourselves, like really proud of yourselves.
I think
people some great entertainment this year, especially myself, like being at that Tottenham and Liverpool game, and I went to the Spurs game away as well. You guys were excellent in all 3 of them. Like, You can't rule yourselves out like that. You're a good team.
I think what it is, the way I look at it is my pre-season expectations was top 4. That's it. I didn't think we'd do anything more than that. So for me, it's like, okay, we've given it a good go. We tried to sign some players in January. I don't think we got as many as we wanted, to be honest. But it's just one of those things. It's football. You never know. And we're still top. We are.
Yeah.
We could lose to you, but still win it. Because you could lose to and fumble at some point. Who knows?
You beat us. You've still got us twice to play, remember? You win at the Etihad. That'd do you massive result. Yeah. So it's never over till it's over, as I can tell you now. Like, listen, we were 2-0 down against Aston Villa. People were walking out the stadium. But it's not over till it's 9 minutes later, we were winning. So it's not over till it's over.
Yeah, exactly. So King's done that. Luke has gone for 3-1. Absolutely fine, Luke. No problem with that. Big up to Brenny. He is always my normally preview brother. Big up to Adam. Hope you're doing well. But that is it for now. I really appreciate James coming on. James, this is your moment to say wherever you... Oh, what I have said, I have put James's YouTube channel in the description so you can find James's YouTube. But I know he's a TikToker, so I'll let James just take where people can find you, mate.
Well, YouTube at JSMHD44. There'll be a vlog from the Arsenal City game. So lots of all different kinds of vlogs on there. Arsenal, City, every other team, especially Champions League as well. And TikTok at JSMHD44 for combined 11s and controversial debates.
Yes, but I love him. He's one of those. I swear his secret job is he's one of those airport people that goes
that points this way for this queue and that way for that queue.
Big up to Tony saying thank you, James. I enjoy your TikToks. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Honestly, that's why I found you, and I really appreciate it. I was going to say, because you missed one club that I have noticed you have vlogging about, and it's a club that I follow because I love the football pyramid. So that's all the way down. And you went to Wrexham.
I love it at Wrexham. It's great.
I know.
It's really good.
even though Wrexham hurt us back in, 92, I love Wrexham. I love watching their progress at the moment.
You need to go this season. It's such a fantastic club. They are selling out every game in the National League. It's just ridiculous. Obviously, I managed to be fortunate enough I've got contacts there. So to be able to get sorted out is nice. And obviously being the away end at Sheffield United was absolute ridiculous. So yeah, it's a definite must go. And Will Ferrell was at both of the games that I was at this weekend. It's mental. Like I went to Wrexham yesterday and City today. It's like he keeps following me. He must want my autograph or something.
So, well, you are famous, mate. You're a TikTok famous person. As simple as that.
I wouldn't say that. I'll just point at the screen and get paid for it. That's all.
But guys, I will be back tomorrow with the preview with the Armoury lads, and I will be back on Wednesday because obviously me and James have arranged this so neither of us die from our partners due to the fact it's Valentine's Day on Tuesday.
I'm going to have to try and negotiate watching the Champions League now, which is going to be interesting. That's why we're celebrating Valentine's Day tomorrow. So
yes, you are. Yeah, I will be telling you. Yeah, but no, I'm celebrating it on Valentine's Day. Yeah, I actually want to live. I want to live. But before we go, I did want to say who are you supporting in the Super Bowl tonight?
I really want the Kansas City Chiefs to win tonight because I know I love the Eagles too, but my cousin went and lived in Kansas for 4 years. So that's the only reason.
Oh, okay. I'll allow that. That's a good reason.
I like Mahomes too, but I like Jalen Hurts. I like AJ Brown. It's going to be a good game. I don't really care who wins, but if I had to choose, I'd like Kansas to win.
I'll find out in the morning because I'm going to bed because I've got school run in the morning. So, but guys, appreciate everybody. I'll see you later. Thank you very much, James, as well.
Thank you for having me.
We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.